So today I'm going to make beef biryani. So biryani being a very famous dish. This is actually more of an Arab style, Middle Eastern, Khaliji type Gulf area. Slightly less spicy. There's actually no chilies in this one, but it is absolutely beautiful. We've got some beef there. I've made it super soft and tender. This is delicious. Welcome back once again to How to Cook Great. So let's get started by seasoning our beef. Now here's my beef here. That's about 1.5 kilos of beef, which I think is about 3 pounds roughly. There's no bone in there. There's a little bit of fat on it, which I love. Some olive oil we're going to add, salt and pepper to taste, and then here's our spices. So we've got 2 teaspoons turmeric, 2 teaspoons black lemon or lime powder, or you can use a whole one like that to put that in. And then here we've got cumin, 2 teaspoons, 2 chili, 2 coriander, 1 green cardamom powder. Very simply, that's all going to go in with some oil. We're going to mix it up and season it for a little while. Okay, I've got a glove on because I'm going to go in with my hand, or you could mix it with a spoon if you want. So let's get that salt and pepper in there. Then let's take a look here. So the green cardamom powder, the chili powder, and the coriander powder, in that goes. And then here we go with the black lemon powder, turmeric, and the cumin. Nice bit of olive oil in there. And then I'm going to go in with my hand and give that a really good mix up. Back in a moment. So we've got some incredible spices on there. Now, if you can, shrink wrap, plastic wrap, or cling film, whatever you call that, get that in the fridge overnight, 6, 7, 8 hours, fantastic. But if you can't, do it for at least an hour, at least, but overnight is fab. So we're going to start this off with this whole garam masala. So I've got some cinnamon there, a couple of bay leaves, a few cloves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green cardamom, and a couple of teaspoons of cumin seeds. Now I've got all this kind of separate. I've got lots and lots of spices here, obviously, but you can buy a kind of biryani mix, whole garam masala biryani. You'll go to the shop and you'll buy a bag, and it'll have all that in it. Maybe some, black pepper in it, or some fennel seeds as well. But a nice mix, so you can get it there. But yeah, that's what I've got. Let's get moving. So I've got a decent sized pot here, and I've got some oil in there. I've just used the sunflower oil. The heat is on. We're going to drop in our cinnamon. We're going to drop in the bay leaf, and then the cumin seeds, the cloves, and the cardamom pods. Now just a few seconds with the heat on. Let them do their thing in that oil. They'll infuse the oil, give it a nice flavor. So don't skip this part. Then what we're going to do, we're going to get our seasoned beef in there, and we're going to brown it for about 5 or 6 minutes. So here we go. Fabulous. We're on quite a high heat. Just want to give it a nice sharp heat shock, See in about 5 or 6. So that's just got a nice little bit of colour on it. Now what we're going to do is, I want my beef to be super tender. So I'm going to add some water to this now. Enough water just to cover it. Stay on this heat, and I want to cook that water out. So cook it for as long as it will evaporate out. Not completely, but pretty much all. Now, depending on the quality of the beef you've got, you might need to do this once or twice. Now, I'm going to do this in my pot. If you have a pressure cooker, you could use that, and it'll really speed up the time, by sort of 4 or 5 times. Give it a stir every now and then, but yeah, we just want to reduce that water down via evaporation. It's really going to help that meat get super soft. Okay, so I've actually done mine twice, so this is the second time round now. Gonna go for about another 4 or 5 minutes. As you can see, it's evaporating out. It doesn't need to be completely dry, but what we're doing here is doing ourselves a great service and favour, because we've now really got this beef nice and tender. And that's fantastic. Next up, I'm going to add some onion. I've got 2 decent sized onions there that I've cut nice and small, and I've got 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic. So we're going to go for another 4 or 5 minutes. Stay on this kind of highish heat. It's going to evaporate just a little bit more and cook beautifully. We're well on our way. Great stuff. Now we're going to add tomato, fresh tomato. I've got here 3 regular sized tomatoes that I've cut nice and small. Try and use a nice ripe, juicy tomato, because what we're looking for here is for those tomatoes to break down and give off some moisture or liquid. We might add some if they haven't done their job, but we won't know that for about another 5 or 6 minutes. Gonna pop a lid on this time, give it a stir every now and then. Yeah, what we're looking for is to break those tomatoes down. Okay, I'm gonna put the heat on low now, like a simmer. Let's take a look. Now, I didn't need to add any liquid. I got plenty of liquid from my tomatoes as they broke down. They're still breaking down here, as you can see. So, nice simmer now for about 20 to 30 minutes. You can give it a stir every now and then. Now, if you didn't get the juice that I've got, add some water or stock. And during the cooking process now, if it dried out a little bit, that's what I'll do. I'll add a little bit of stock to it. See you in 30 minutes or so. Okay, let's turn the heat off now. That's been 30 minutes. Let's have a look. And that now is looking absolutely gorgeous. That meat's going to be really, really tender. We've still got a bit of cooking to go, haven't we? But we've got this lovely masala beef ready. Okay, so our meat and beef is ready. That really is delicious. That's super soft and tender. Now, rice. I've got 4 cups of basmati rice. I've washed it about 3 or 4 times. We're going to get to the cooker and we're going to cook it, but we're only going to cook it about 75-80% of the way. Let's go. Okay, on goes the heat. 4 cups in there, which means I've got 8 cups of water. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop in a little bit of extra cardamom. Optional, you don't have to do that. And we're going to get some salt into the rice. Bring it to the boil. And like I said, we want to cook this so it's got a little tiny bite to it. So not all the way, 75, maybe 80%, you know. You just need that little bite. And then we can move on and get this beautiful biryani together. So our 2 main components are ready. The rice, 75 to 80% cooked, drained off, got a nice little bite to it. Our beautiful beef. And then what we've got here, I've got some crispy fried onions. So you need to get an onion or 2, slice it, fry it in either butter or oil until it's nice and crispy. Dried fruit, sultanas or raisins are beautiful. And then cilantro or coriander. Let's get this together. So we're now going to go for the build. So the same pot that we cooked the rice in, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some of the meat, the nice, beautiful, tender beef that we've made. Do you want to get a little bit in the bottom there? Then we go rice. Shake that over the top. Don't press it down. We need it as light as we can. Then I like to get a little bit of dried fruit in there. I mean, completely optional this, but I think it's delicious in there. And then cilantro or coriander, whatever you call that. And play around with the amounts that you want. And then we're going to repeat the process. What you need to do is end up with rice on the top. So rice on the top, going to go a little bit more cilantro or the coriander. I'm going to put half of my onions on now. The other half we'll put on crispy at the end. Now, if you wanted, you could get some turmeric, like a teaspoon of turmeric into some water, and then mix it and then drop it through. It'll color some of the rice. Or if you wanted saffron, again in water and drop it through, or zafaran. I'm going to keep it without that today. Next up, we're going to go to the cooker. We're going to get a lid on it, nice and tight. We're going to cook it really slowly for about 20 minutes. Now, what I find really helpful is I've got a nice big frying pan here, which I'm putting on, and I'm going to put the pot in there. So what you've got is you've got a shield, you know, between the flame and the actual pot. You can use a griddle plate or whatever, something that does that. But yeah, I find that really helpful. So I now have my heat on low, and you need a nice tight lid. Luckily, this is a nice tight one. Can you see there? There's the hole there, the steam hole that comes with that lid. I've just got a bit of tissue paper or kitchen roll, made it wet, and I've put it there to seal it. Now, with biryani, what you can do, often you'll find, is people will make a really quick flour pastry, and then they will put it all around the edge of the pot, press it on so you get a nice seal. You've actually sealed it. Like I say, my lid's actually really good, so no need to do that. If you don't want to make the pastry, what you could do is get a nice tea towel, a nice clean cloth, put it on and then put the lid on it, push down, and that usually seals it. But like I say, I'm very lucky to have this one, which is beautiful. Nice low heat, about 20 minutes or so. We've done it. It's absolutely delicious. Okay, off goes the heat. I just took the lid off actually, so it was full of steam. But that is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me get that on a plate. And that is absolutely gorgeous. We've got some lovely colour onto some of the rice from the meat that we had in there. Just going to get some of our dried onions again and get them on the top. And because we cooked it really slowly and put that shield, you know, of the other pan, it was perfect, because if you could put it on the gas just straight, it can burn at the bottom, you know. But yeah, that is a beauty. Hope you enjoy that. I'll see you very soon. Keep safe, keep well. Lots of love.